What up, Daylyt here? Chill with me. Top tier podcast. Let's talk about it, man. Recap time. RBE max out 2 in Atlanta just went down. I'm gonna try to give you a real solid, thorough recap without dragging this out, right? So shout out to Lawrence Wing Truth. They be putting together the one SKs. Um, you see it at the bottom, Lady Tunes, Raw Image, all that good stuff. So let's start off with the first one that happened. Jazzical or Jazzical versus Jay Jeans. Jay Jeans got that. Jay Jeans got that. He just showed more poise, better punching, a little more power to his punches. I thought Jazzical was good. I just he lacks that umph once he gets to the crescendo when he's trying to end it. It just didn't have that pop to it. With Jeans, he wasn't flawless by any standpoint, but in these one SKs, what you want to see is potential, and you're projecting. You listen to the material, but you're still like there's something there, even if he hasn't put it all together. He's not the finished article, right? But Jay Jeans had moments, he had lines, and I thought he commanded himself very well. I like his pacing too. He wasn't too fast. He wasn't too slow that I put you to sleep. He was right in a nice little tempo. You know, the way he'll look around or talk to the crowd. He was very just comfortable, more comfortable, and the material kind of coincided with that. So gave Jay Jeans the victory there. Raw Image was next versus Lady Tunes. I interviewed both of these ladies. They both sounded ready. They both sounded like they was about to, they was talking heavy. Raw Image said if she think I'm coming there with a joke with her on the one SK on my shot, she got another thing coming. She definitely didn't come in there joking with any other comedic bars or anything like that. Maybe to her detriment, actually. Maybe she should have read the room a little bit because she was very straightforward. She's like a build-up rapper, and it can be a gift and a curse. If you're building up that long, you better be some haymakers in there to have payoff. It didn't. Kind of lost the crowd with some of her wordplay, weaving shit together. Maybe it was just because the crowd, it was early and they just getting there. I don't know. It just didn't connect. Nothing really stood out. As for Lady Tunes, kind of the same, but she had a couple of moments in there that won the crowd over, but it was few and far between. I just think both of them need to go when they are writing. I think they also need to start. I can tell they don't really take into account the room, the vibe, what'll work, what wouldn't work. I don't feel like that, at least. It didn't come across like that. Like they was just there rapping the same way they would on their respective leagues, be it, the league that Raw Images in Carolina, and, kind of the bar for bar scene in Ohio that Tunes be at and things like that. I think you got to kind of elevate, so to speak, and meet the expectations of a big crowd on a big stage. Neither one of the ladies did that, but I do think Lady Tunes one showed a little more charisma. That's why I said with the jokes, sometimes it can break the ice, break the tension. And yeah, that's how I got that one. The last one SK was Rubber Tongue versus Coach Corleone. And Coach got that, man. Coach got that. And it was weird because I felt like I love lyricism and battle rap, and Rubber was putting his shit together really well. The problem was it was the tempo in which he was doing it. He was kind of a little fast with it. Didn't really perform as he's rapping, because you don't have to be like some Hitman style type of performer, but a little, slow, like before you get to your punch, kind of look away, look at the crowd, come back. It's little nuances that you can tweak to make a bar hit. And he didn't care about none of that. It seemed like he was just pointing at him, staring at him, rapping, right? But he had a couple of joints like the Godfather sequence that references was fire. He had some dope shit, but it just didn't connect with the crowd, and that's what you're really there for. You get your bars out, but you want the crowd to make some noise for you. Didn't really happen much. As for Coach Corleone, he had some shit that the crowd was fucking with. He had some shit that I was fucking with. He had some nice lines in there. Again, kind of like Jay Jeans, he wasn't like all the way complete and flawless, but you saw there was presence there for sure. Strong delivery, And when he set up some shit, you can tell certain lines he took more of his time on that hit, as opposed to some of the misses that was a little just dry. You know what I mean? But all in all, that was probably the best one SK. In a pretty underwhelming one SK, man. Um, I've talked to Lawrence kind of before and try to throw some names out there. I would love to see. It's no, you know what I'm saying? I threw Payne name out there before. See what Payne did. Shout out to Payne. Payne, what was it, versus Zay. Zay, another guy who, like, there's some guys I really think, and some women too, that I think will really take these opportunities. Because I feel like with the one SK, especially if it's going to be at Atlanta, they aren't going to get the benefit of a doubt to a new crowd for just being, like, if you getting some lyricists on there, it's going to be tough for them if they don't have any type of performance to their elements. Because when you get in and I don't want to put this on Atlanta, but when you get into that crowd and that environment who just got there ready to turn up, they want to see fireworks. And either you're going to be dynamic or you're going to be like this person that's just in the pocket rapping, and that just isn't going to hit like that. Like, there's some names I think that will really be good in the 1SK, and you'd be like, wow, this is one of the better 1SK. I got so many names in my head right now, but shout out to them. I think Rubber, I would like to see him again on RB. I just think, first time there, it's a real big stage for him. The Lady Tunes, Raw Image. For Raw Image, though, like, to make it out of maybe like 2 or 3 battles, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much, that's a big accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? There's so many ladies who don't have that opportunity. So salute. You make this a learning. Make this a learning experience for sure. Make this a learning experience. We're gonna go to the next one. To the actual battles. Big K versus X Factor. X Factor said if he got 30, he'll fuck around and stop rapping. Somebody better tell X Factor he got like maybe 24 hours to tweet "Psych I Lied," so he can maybe be removed from sticking to that because he got 30. He got 30. I want to, and don't, like I said, stop tweeting me like Detroit looking bad because he lost. He's been on record saying he's from Highland Park. He's never rep. He's didn't say he's shout out to Highland Park. You know what I'm saying? I got family up there. Shout out to him. But he's not from Detroit. I don't know what y'all tagging me. Like, listen, that brother was on his own out there. Look, and Big K, this wasn't like the best Big K we've seen, but he got the job done. I thought his first round he was kind of wilding on X. The name flips, just attacking him and his character. The other rounds about, not sticking to your own priorities. You look at the stuff you got tattooed on yourself. Like, all of that material was good, man. X Factor just, outside of that one bar, which I think it was the Adi Boom bar that he brought up, outside of that, I really can't think of much of anything that he said that was really, truly potent. He just got to either go back to the drawing board or just sit it out. Because it don't seem like he's trying. It don't even seem like he's trying to update his formula. It just seems like he's just cool with being X Factor from, like, using the material that would have won him a battle in, like, 2012, 2013. It don't seem like he is even trying to evolve his shit. But I don't know, man. That was a 30-piece, man, with a side of biscuit, coleslaw, mac and cheese. And what drink I want to go with? We gonna go old school. We gonna go Arbor Mist. We gonna go. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about Arbor Mist. Y'all don't know about that. Don't lie to me either. I know if you really know. Y'all don't know. Anyway, we gonna move on. Rosenberg Raw versus A-Ward was a solid battle. Rosenberg Raw versus A-Ward was a solid battle. I think Rosenberg Raw was a little bit underestimated in this battle. I really like his first round, even though I got him losing the first round, though. But the way he controlled that crowd, because he just, being on that stage does matter when you got the leg up and experience on being on those stages. The problem is A-Ward done been on those stages too, and he just highly skilled in so many areas. It wasn't even a rebuttal. He went first and just started freestyling pretty much after his first bar. And I was just like, who does this guy think he is? Yo, A Ward, who do you think you are? You can't just. I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you. No, you don't gotta be that nice. Don't be that nice. Don't. We ain't doing that. But first round was their best round. I think the problem with this battle, to some people, myself included, is that maybe it tapered off kind of a dip each round. But all in all, I edged it to A Ward. But like I said, if you want to get this battle to Rosenberg, I wouldn't be mad. I gave him the first and the third, I believe. Yeah, I gave A Ward the first and the third, gave Rosenberg the second. So salute to both gentlemen. But yeah, it was a solid battle. Really not much to take away. I don't really need to stay on that one too long. It wasn't much to take away. Both of their stocks are still where they were. Nobody wowed anybody, but like nobody took a big loss in that either. So salute to both. All right, Ill Will versus Jag. We give out 30s. When we do these 30 pieces, we got to give out the full menu. Jag, you got a lot of money, right? You talk about the money you making, then you should have no problem with this 30 piece that's going to be super expensive, because your shit going to come with a lot of sides. You're going to get this 30 piece, boneless. We're going to definitely give you some biscuits. You're going to get some mac and cheese. You're going to get dessert too, bro. You're going to get some peach cobbler, for sure, sweet potato pie. Other sides, though, you're going to get some dressing. You're going to get some mashed potatoes and gravy. You're going to get some corn, sweet corn, cream corn. All right. Beverage. We not buying the beverage. You just getting that old-fashioned, sweet, sugary grape Kool-Aid, bro. You getting this is Southern meal right here. This Southern meal. Shit, we might throw some squash. Motherfuckers don't even eat squash no more. But you getting squash. You getting that. That was a nasty 30. You know why this is a nasty 30? Because he didn't choke. The ruthless 30s is when the person didn't choke and the material is just bad and your material is just really good. That's what we seen. Will was good. His material was bad. He got smoked every round. Clear as day. I knew it was serious when Will went first, and he just... Usually, you don't know what Will you get because he starts off a round kind of humorous. Like, you can kind of see it with 40 Cal. I remember. It was the 40 Cal battle. He kind of did that whole little run-up, like, jokingly playing with him in the first. I told y'all he learned from that battle. He didn't want to make it look like, damn, he's having trouble with these guys who been sitting for a long time and then come back and can just make it debatable with a professional like Ill Will. He's like, oh, y'all playing with me now. Y'all really think like they could. Okay, he just made an example out of Jag. I will give Jag credit in one area. He raps through the boos. Him and Cassidy be rapping through boos. That shows real professionalism because they get booed a lot. And he be rapping through it. So I will give him credit for that. But other than that, there's nothing to talk about. That was that epilepsy bar in the third by Sir William of Yakithtown. Don't be talking to people like that. You lost your mind. He has a family. We're watching. I'm a witness. I don't want to talk to 12 about this shit. Listen. Do that shit somewhere else. Don't let us know. Dog. Cut it out. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. 30, dirty 30. You can keep the change on the 30 piece with all the sides and desserts. The beverage, the Kool-Aid, it's on the house. Take that, and we'll see you some other time. That was nasty. Daylyt versus King Los, battle of the night to me. Personally, love the lyricism in it. Love how these guys thread their shit. It's not like some short little bar and then get to a next little story. It's like there's themes to damn near like a sequence to each round. And it doesn't stretch throughout the whole round, but it's more like just really big sections. And they take their time and they weave out that section before they get to the next section. It's dope to me. I love that type of writing. Man, it was tough to call, really, because it came down to the third to me. I think most of the people who didn't have like a horse in the race had it 1-1 going into the third, and Daylyt did win. He did take that. He did take that third. In my opinion, you got Los with it. I'm not completely mad. I just thought he showed a little bit of like slippage in the writing with the drawn out Marvel scheme. Stop. He did this all battle though. When he's dragging words, like we wouldn't get it if he sped it up. Like some of this stuff didn't need to be dragged. Like we're following. We watch Marvel. You don't have to hit us with the Captain. That by the way, Daylyt said you can get Captain America years ago when Daylyt had braids. But Captain America, Iron Man. Like you don't have to drag. Like we get it. You're talking about Iron Man and Captain America. We get it. You know. I just didn't like that. It's just little things, but that's ring rust. That's not battling often, so he can clean that up. But his second round was fucking crazy. His second round, he turned up the volume. He kept saying, "I don't need that," because they wasn't showing him as much love in the first. But I think you just gotta take the accountability on yourself, because his bars was good in the first. It was his energy and the way he performed it, though. It's a little bit different. And in his second, the difference in the second and his first, they both was really well written, but his second seemed a little more straight to the point, a little more direct, and just a little less wordy. Like you're in a crowd against, people there who've been drinking, staying on their feet. They want to catch shit in the building. You might be doing it for people on cam who's just watching, and it might look good later, but you still want to cater to the people who paid to see you. You still want to make them react immediately to some degree. But Daylyt wigged in the first. That round was his. Low show resiliency in that second. That round was his. Came down to the third. I thought Daylyt just did more, said more, had more moments, and put together a better complete round. Battle of the night. Can't wait for that to drop. Yo, ARP, I know y'all might drop the main event first. I think y'all tend to do that. I wouldn't mind if you dropped this one first. I'm just saying, brother. Shada, somebody over there dropped it. I wouldn't mind. All right. Now let's just get to the main event, man. Hitman Holla versus Calicoe. Hitman Holla versus Calicoe. How this one go? I had mild expectations for this one. Like I wasn't like doubting it how good it would be, but it wasn't like, just because I see big names, I don't automatically be like, oh, it's about to be a classic because it's two big names that done did great shit in the past. I'm just kind of like, let me observe the matchup. Let me see the components here. How does opposites attract in a way that they address certain issues that the other one might not address, which would make it a classic if they both execute their game plans. Maybe I'm too over like analytical or whatever. I don't know. I just didn't have that feel yet. But I will say it was a good battle. It was a good battle, man. Hitman versus Calicoe started out really well. Calicoe, in my opinion, won round 1 and won round 3. And albeit Calicoe rapped, he said 3 minutes. It did feel like and it's weird because in the time I was like, I feel like his round was short, but it was only short in comparison to Hitman, who I felt like was rapping 5.5 each round. It felt like that. I don't have facts. I am not Tim the Genius from Let's Talk Battle Rap. I do not have the facts, the time sheets, and none of that. I'm just telling you what it felt like. It felt like Hitman definitely had maybe 2 more extra minutes more than Calicoe per round. That's what it felt like. And while that can win you rounds because you're rapping longer, that also can lose you rounds. And particularly the first round. Because the first round, when he did the showroom floor shit, fire. I felt like if he had a couple more of those and stopped, he got that round in the bag. I feel like he rapped maybe an extra minute and a half and nothing really hit as hard as that. And it just created too many dry spots to where you forgot the dope shit he said. And that kind of cancels your round out sometimes, for me. So, And Calicoe was really good in that first. He was straight to the point, straight with the shits. Like, I don't give a fuck about this. Like, he addressed a lot of shit out the gate real quick. I don't care about this, and this, and then got to the shits, man. Yeah, it was, Ref said it on my show about character versus, like, the money angle. It was, like, a lot of braggadocious shit on Hitman's side, where Calicoe was talking more about from a personality standpoint and from like a friendship standpoint. Although Hitman did touch on that towards the end, but I just felt like the substance just cut a little bit deeper with Calicoe. Now, I could be wrong on the playback. Who knows? Somebody told me it might look different on the cam. Maybe. But until then, I'm gonna roll with Calicoe, man. So that's how I got this card, man. I got Calicoe 2-1 in the edge. I got Daylyt edging over Los. I got Ill Will. It's going to be hard to get a dirtier 30-year. It's going to be hard to get a dirtier 30 than that when the other battler doesn't choke. Usually all the 30s we've seen lately, it's because somebody really done fucked up bad. He completed all his rounds pretty flawless. It just wasn't enough. I got Rosenberg Raw losing the A-War 2-1 edge. Big K with a 30. Not as dirty as the Will 30 to Jag, but it was a clear W for Big K. Do I expect X Factor to retire off of that? No. No battle rapper is going to admit he got 30 anyway. So that was pretty hopeless. And yeah, 1SK's Rubber Tongue, Coach Corleone, Jeans, and Tunes. And that's ironic. Like, all three of those wins are from the Midwest, and I promise you, I picked Rubber Tongue going to the battle. See, he's from the West. So it turned out to be all Midwest wins, in my opinion. So didn't plan that. All right. That's my time. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all felt. I know somebody going to say I'm bugging or I'm tripping over an opinion. But, you know, that's what the VODs was for. We can all watch it back. Get the pay-per-view. Rare Breed Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? Rap Grid, all that good stuff. Appreciate y'all. I'm out as always. Keep it battle rap. Peace and love. We out.